Are you Are you Are you looking for a home or a land or any property with 100% stress-free, guaranteed and genuine documents of ownership? Or, do you want to send or receive money without any hustle or hassle? Well, Gasdeck Company Limited is the place to be. At Gasdeck Company Limited we make sure that we get you what you want. How you want it. Where, and when do you want it? Walk into our office today located at the heart of Churchill's Town, opposite the Nowick office, and meet our highly trained professional staff, who will treat you like kings and queens. At Gasdeck Company Limited we are into the real estate business, home, or office rental, construction, car rental, for as low as $25 a day, CCTV installation, printing services, graphic designs, media and many more. Our highly trained staff will take care of your needs within 1 week, depending on your request. We are the only company that guarantee you stress-free and genuine documentation on all services rendered, at very reasonable and affordable prices. We offer land sales in Lamin, Karawan, Farato, Brikama, Sifo, Bonter, Pirang Village or any place or location of your choice. As the saying goes, that seeing is believing. Here is a small list that will help you decide right now. Gasdeck Company Limited does not only stop with that. When it comes to media, we are in the forefront of things as our online radio and TV is where we entertain our customers as per what we are all about. And some of the happenings in the country.
Just opposite Suria.
For those of you that are interested in accessories and cosmetics, we got you covered. Visit our Prince Empire shop located at Westfield Jorkor, and experience cosmetics products that you have never seen before. So what are you waiting for? Rush now or give us a call on +220 438 2255 or 995 4185. Or better still, visit our website on www.gasdeck.com. Or follow us on Facebook at Gasdeck Company Limited. Or our YouTube channel on Gasdeck TV. Gasdeck Company Limited, your happiness and comfort is our #1 priority.
Gasdeck Group, bringing excellence to the surface.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Mbokk yi ñu ne leen seen xibaar bi tey ci Gasdeck Radio. Para garba jahumpa tentu def lamin tamba no alliance movement bi seen groupe bi garba jahumpa nee nañ ko déglu.
Especially my comrades at the Alliance for Patriotic Reorientation and Construction, APRC. As we promise, it will be a continuous process to analyze, to diagnose, and to doctor anything that is coming from lawyer Lamin Tamba.
Yéen a ko diggandoor comme garba jahumpa nu ko waxee mu ne dinañ leeralaate yépp seetaati ko setal comme ni nga ko war a setale tontu Lamin Tamba. Bala garba jahumpa am na yu bari leeral yu moo indi si analysis bi kon déglu leen ko.
Our leader, Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta, the new speaker, I feel your pain. I'm sure you didn't want him to be the speaker, but man proposes and God disposes. He is the honorable speaker, and he is the number 3 in the arms of government. You have His Excellency President Adam Akairo Barrow, the Vice President, and then who? The new speaker, Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta. Well, I am out to analyze Lawyer Tamba's last Facebook show. where he said a lot of issues, and I will analyze them one after the other. What needs to be revoked will be revoked, because it is better for a man to hear the rebuke of the wise than to hear the song of fools. One thinking outside of the box, I have realized the tribalism in loyal lamin tamba. And hence, I can remember Suleiman Segul Nyasi, who is a Jola himself, leaving that reactionary group because he said what he saw. I hate to use the word tribalism because that is the colonial language. But what he saw was ethnic politics, and he was against the politics of ethnicity, and hence he left the group, although he is a Jola himself. Lawyer Lamin Tamba, Honorable New Speaker, Honorable Fabakar Tombo Njata is a Mandinka. The first deputy leader, Honorable Rambo Jata, is a Mandinka. What does that have to do with the leadership of the APRC or any political party for that matter? Please rise above your petty bourgeois pettiness. Now I can see the link between you and your group and other tribalist parties in this nation. I have provided the evidence below this audio, and people can listen to them and judge for themselves. Another thing I realize is these so-called civil organizations that are condemning President Jammeh all over the place, that he should come and face justice and this and that with their white collaborators. And you are supporting those groups and at the same time claiming to love Jammeh. Hypocrisy at work. Shame on you. You should have been condemning those groups for condemning Jammeh and wanting to bring Jammeh to justice. And you are supporting them? Unbelievable. Claiming to be wise, they become fools. The wise inherit honor, but only fools only get shame. It is shameful not for your group to be defending the ex-president that you claim to love. I also noticed another shameful issue. Why are you still using the APRC symbol? The genuine APRC that is registered and recognized by the IEC. You recently put out an invitation for April 9th to celebrate your victory in Fonyi. Why use our symbol? There is nothing like independent APRC, Babili Mansa, my foot. Please, stop using our symbol. And what is there to celebrate? You had 16 candidates and you lost 11. 16 candidates and you lost 11. What is there to celebrate? And the reason you won in Fonyi, I have analyzed various factors. One, the people of Fonyi love President Jammeh. 2, the economic forces, of course, in Fonyi harassing the dignified people of Fonyi. 3rd, the killing of Arona Jatta didn't go down well with the people of Fonyi. The Kamfenda incident, where those poor women were arrested and taken to Mile 2. One of them even breastfeeding a baby in the prisons. Thanks to Honorable Bakari Tombong Jatta's intervention, they were let out of Mile 2. And then to add injury to salt, the fighting between the MFDC and the Senegalese soldiers, and fragments of bullets were falling into villages that are so close to the Casamance border they had to run for their life. And since you have this British accent, why don't you teach your people English? Somebody like, I don't know, Alfuseni Jiba said there was rampant, underline the word rampant shooting in Fonyi. If that happened, a lot of people would have been killed in Buyam and elsewhere. Tell him how to use the word in the right context. Rampant shooting. And the other one, of course, I have great respect for women, but you know who I am talking about. The person that day sitting on that seat was the Chief Justice and not Honorable Speaker. And the Chief Justice was looking for a secondment. She got up and she said she was nominating somebody else. The whole assembly laughed. Are these the sort of people that will represent us at the ECOWAS Parliament and the Revolutionary Pan-African Parliament? God help us. Anyway, to continue, Lord Lamin Tamba, you have questioned what type of president is President Barrow. But let me just give you a rundown of projects that he has completed in this nation to address the needs and aspirations of the Gambian people. Give the devil its due. You can criticize the president or the government, but you criticize them constructively so that this nation will advance, but not based on emotions or petty bourgeois pettiness. One, the crossing between Basse and Woolley has now a bridge and lights. Who built it? His Excellency President Adama Cairo Barrow. From there, the road from Bantang to Kaleng was constructed by who? His Excellency President Adama Cairo Barrow. The road from Basse to Yarobol, who constructed it? His Excellency President Adama Cairo Barrow. The road from Sarengai to Sare Teneng also, who constructed it? His Excellency President Adama Cairo Barrow. You go to Woolley, Nyakoi to Maikunda, all the way to Dasilame. Who completed it? His Excellency President Adama Cairo Barrow. And the wonderful road from Basse to Fatoto up to Koina. Who constructed it? His Excellency President Adama Cairo Barrow. And there are also ongoing projects. For example, in Nyomi, the famous Hakalang Road, which will go all the way to Aljamdu, Sitanungu, Bintang Killing, Kuntaya, and all the way to Albreda. That project is ongoing, I think being constructed by Ariski International Construction Company. Then you have Sarakunda, all the way to Sawasanjal. I believe that is in Upper Badibu. Then you have Sabah Sokoto to Bambali Road. That is ongoing. You go to the North Bank from Kaur to Jimbala Road, which will continue all the way to Jamwali and Kirja, near the Senegalese border. By who? His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow. Still on the North Bank, from Kaur to Chandu, also near the Senegalese border, it will go to Jumbura High and Kirja. By who? His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow. And Gambians will recall very recently the beautiful market that was constructed in Basse. By who? His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow. Gambians will also recall that on October 19th, 2021, the construction of the Burfoot Road started. By who? His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow. And to continue, I'm still on the North Bank, Kermunagen, all the way to Mandina Bafuloto. It will go all the way to Ker Sering. It will go all the way to Ker Omar Sao. Being constructed by who? His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow. And still the road to from Alberta to Omar Sao. By who? His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow. And still on the North Bank, Jaring Mandinka all the way to Yuna, being contracted by who? His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow. And then from there you have the road from Chaman in the North Bank going to Nyanga Bantang. It will go to Kerhai and Kerpate, constructed by who? His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow. And even in Kiang West, from Sankandi all the way to Keneba, it will be constructed as an asphalt road. These are the achievements that His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow has constructed. Some of them have been completed, some of them are ongoing. Please give the devil its due. Don't just focus on his weaknesses and deliberately refuse to acknowledge the good that he has done to address the needs and aspirations of the Gambian people. But I am not surprised that your usual deceitful lawyer, Lamin Tamba. Now on your last live show, you have mentioned a lot of things. Who is President Barrow? That I have given you the rundown on his achievements. You also mentioned funnily that President Barrow has betrayed the Honorable New Speaker, Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta. Do you think, do you analyze Lawyer Lamin Tamba? Do you know that the new speaker is the number 3 in the arms of government? Number 1 is His Excellency President Adama Kairo Barrow. Number 2 is the Vice President. And number 3 in the arms of government is the new speaker, Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta. That's a heavy duty responsibility. And you will never be a speaker for the rest of your life. Against that exhibits your hatred for Honorable Fabakary Tombong Jatta, the genuine mentioned the people that have been relieved and the governors, the Musa Bachilis, the Ganu, General Bojang, and all those people have not been giving positions. Are you happy about that? That shows your heartlessness. I don't understand. If people are relieved of their duties or not given positions, then you are happy. If they are successful, then you are angry. Oh my God, that's the nature of lawyer Lamin Tamba. Then again, you mentioned that after 5 months, that Barrow is a betrayer. Where has Barrow betrayed? He has appointed Honorable Fabakari as the new speaker, which I am sure you were praying that he will not be appointed, but that your prayers have not been answered. Man proposes and God disposes. And then again, the deceitful lawyer Lamin Tamba, with his endless papers trying to deceive the Gambian people. You spoke about the alliance of 2016 of 9 political parties and 3 independents. One of them is the former Vice President, Dr. Aissatou Toure. The second is the former URR National Assembly member, Mr. Magasi, who is now our ambassador in France. And the third is Buba Aisane from Birkama. But you failed to tell the Gambian people who destroyed that alliance. You know who did. Please tell the Gambian people. Because that person claimed that if anybody says 3 years, he will sue you in court. Because the Constitution says 5 years. I have also provided the evidence below this audio how the betrayal started. Claiming to be wise, they become fools. And that was where my Ahmed Fati declared that the dignified Honorable Khalifa Abu Bakr Sallah was no longer the spokesperson of the alliance. Who gave my Fati that power? What authority did my Fati have at the material time to dismiss Honorable Abu Bakr Khalifa Sallah? But then Honorable Khalifa Sallah is too mature to concentrate on those petty bourgeois pettiness. And then you will also notice in that video the Deutsche journalist that was asking tough questions, and he was being harassed and pushed out of the hall, and he was smuggled away by UDP supporters. That's the only language they know. That's the only thing they have to offer to the Gambian people. And then lawyer Lamin Tamba, you talked about the new government, the new ministers, etc., etc. But I will still remember, and I will still ask Gambians to remember, and the Christians will bear me witness. The Holy Bible says, as a man thinking in his heart, so is he. What you said about ex-President Jammeh, how you castigated ex-President Jammeh, left, right, and center, and then you want to turn 360 degrees to convince Gambians that you love President Jammeh. No, that is not true. What is in your heart in 2016, 2017 is still what you believe. Otherwise, you would have been defending him from these called civil organizations, condemning him, asking for his justice, and you are collaborating and supporting those people. That's another exhibition. You don't love Jammeh. And then, this one I have addressed. I don't know why you are after Honorable Fabakary Tombo Jatta. We have asked him not to reply to you. We will endlessly. Anytime that you speak, we will analyze, we will doctor and dissect every single issue that you raise. Stay away from our honorable new speaker. And then you said that there is nothing left but the Ministry of Trade and ambassadorial positions, which you tend to belittle. Ambassadorial positions. Lawyer Lamin Tamba, you are not a diplomat. Let me teach you what is called economic diplomacy. Wherever you are posted, whatever jurisdiction, you must try to find projects or programs to take back home to address the needs and aspirations of the Gambian people. I will use myself as an example on economic diplomacy. I was one time an ambassador in Cuba. I opened the embassy from 2001 to 2003. And I was able to negotiate with the revolutionary government of Fidel Castro Ruz. May Allah have mercy on his soul. And I was able to bring Gambian Cuban doctors to the Gambia. You can find them all over the country, even in the remote areas, performing their international duties towards humanity. And the Cubans also, did you know, they helped us to set up the University of the Gambia Medical School, which is located at the Edward Francis Small Hospital, where they go to the university. We produce our own home doctors, our home lawyers like yourself, and any other profession that these young Gambians want to pursue, all for the interests of the Gambia and not your selfishness. Did you know also that whilst I was ambassador in Venezuela from 2008 to 2012, I was able to discuss and negotiate with the then revolutionary leader of Venezuela, Hugo Chavez Frias. May Allah have mercy on his soul. He offered me 194 scholarships for Gambians to study in Venezuela. Let me repeat, 194 scholarships for Gambians to study in Venezuela. And 90% of those students studied what? Medicine. And they are doctors and they have returned home. You will find them at the Edward Francis Small Hospital, Kanifing General Hospital, Bayam Hospital, all over the health centers. And even at the Zaid Eye Clinic, I met one of them called Dr. Arona. When he saw me, he said, Amatador, ¿cómo está? I said, muy bien. Tu trabajo? Muy bien. Gracias a Dios. When I saw you forgot me, but you took me to Cuba. I am Dr. Arona. I felt so proud that these young people are now doctors and return home to address the needs and aspirations of their people. And did you know, furthermore, I was able to chat with my friend, the revolutionary leader of Venezuela, Hugo Chavez Frias. I told him that, sir, in the Gambia there are children with serious heart diseases, and they are from very poor families, and they cannot afford to go to Dakar for such treatment. And I know that Venezuela, through the help of Cuba, has one of the best child cardiological hospitals. And we agreed on a revolving program, meaning first the Gambia will send 14 children, go to the RVTH or Edward Francis Small and investigate there. They will send us the files at the embassy in Venezuela, and we will take it to the hospital. The doctors will review the files and see which of the children has more serious problems. And those are the ones that will come to Venezuela. At one time, even the doctors went to Venezuela to visit or to review the files and visit those children. And all being paid by the government of Venezuela, including the operation free. And the children would be escorted by their mothers, fathers, uncles, or whatever. And 3 nurses, all paid by the Venezuelan government. And the operation is free. After those 14, another 14 will come, and they go through the same process of operation. Again, the Venezuelans will pay. The operation is free. After those 14, another 14. That is why it was a revolving program. And did you also know, and Honorable Fafa Sanyang was then the PS at Energy, and Modu Baji was the general manager of GNPC. I told Hugo Chavez Frias that the Gambia has oil, but rather than waiting until God materializes this oil, and we start training our engineers. And Venezuela is one of the best when it comes to oil. I said, why don't you help us at least with short-term training courses for our engineers? And he agreed. 3 months short-term training for GNPC engineers. Honorable Fafa Sanyang is still alive. Go and investigate. Lawyer Lamin Tamba. 4 would come for 3 months. After they finish, they go back home. And other 4 will come. After they finish, they go back home. Up to a point, I had to call Honorable Fafa Sanyang. I said, Fafa, what is happening? You are not sending me anymore. He said, Action man, I have no more engineers to send you. You have trained all my engineers. That was very gratifying to my country. And furthermore, during the tenure of the ex-president, President Jammeh, at one point, the load shedding was too much. And in order to arrest that situation, Hugo Chavez Frias gave us a loan of $35 million, not dollars. Let me repeat, $35 million, which the taxpayers were paying. But it was supposed to be 10 disbursements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But But could you believe, when I was at the foreign ministry as minister, the late Modu Jallo, may Allah have mercy on his soul, was the managing director of NAWEC, and the person in charge of this program is Lang Sabali. He's still at NAWEC. Go and investigate. They said, Honorable Minister, since you left Venezuela, we have not received the 8th, 9th, and 10th disbursement. Then I had to call Bandes Bank. Bandes Bank is the Social and Development Bank of Venezuela. If Chavez approves funds, this is the bank that will do the disbursement. I told them, can you kindly help us to send the 8, 9, and 10 together so that we will close this chapter. But up till today, that disbursement did not come. After Chavez was dead, that was the end of that story. Then in your life, so Lawyer Lamin Tamba raised the issue of women empowerment. I have the greatest respect for women. What is stopping them from running for National Assembly elections? And you saw many women, they ran for the elections, including one of your independent candidates who is at the National Assembly. You know the one that I am talking? The person that was sitting on the desk that day was the Chief Justice. She got up and said, Honorable Speaker, I nominate. The Chief Justice said, no, we are looking for a secondment and not nomination. The whole assembly was laughing. This is the sort of material that will represent us at the ECOWAS Parliament or the revolutionary Pan-African Parliament. God help us. And Mr. Lawyer Lamin Tamba, these are ideas that you brought from your UK or Europe. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery and deal with the objective realities of our political space. You also spoke about the removal of Mamburinjai, James Gomez, former Vice President Dr. Aisha Tunyai, and others. As if, Honorable Omar Faye, as if you are happy that these people have been relieved. As if you are happy. That shows your heartlessness, Lawyer Lamin Tamba. When somebody is successful, you pray for them to have more success. When somebody is relieved or in trouble, you should feel sad and not happy. Lawyer Lamin Tamba. And then another one you raised is about Barrow's first term is a failure. As I said, that is not true. It is erroneous. It is deceptive as usual. I gave you a rundown of the projects he has completed and the ongoing ones. Give the devil its due. When you criticize constructively, but not with emotions and petty bourgeois pettiness. And then you try to politicize the so-called 669 million saga. When you read the audit report paper and what was written on the standard by, Maligam, it's completely different. Deception, again, politicizing the matter. But thanks to Colonel Samsudin Sar, he was able to read the audit report proper and saw the difference between the two, the audit report and what was written on the standard. And he was able to break it down so that Gambians will understand. Again, your deceptive propaganda, paper after paper, which is all lies. You cannot deceive the Gambian people. Loyal Lamin Tamba deception is no longer possible. And this was revealed by the investigative journalist Jacksane, and who is receiving all kinds of insults from the UDP supporters. But that's all they have to offer to the Gambian people. Then again, you have raised that Honorable Fabakari Tombong Jata, the new speaker, should resign. Resign for what? Are you with your mind? You are the ones that should resign from your breakaway group in my Mama Kanda voice and come and apologize and reconcile with the new speaker, Honorable Fabakari Tombong Jata, who is the genuine leader of the registered and recognized APRC by the IEC. You better know that, or you swallow that. Then you talked about the Gambian security people that were with His Excellency President Jammeh in Guinea, in Equatorial Guinea, that those people were declared persona non grata. Persona non grata is Latin. It means person not wanted. And any diplomat would avoid that. Because if you are declared persona non grata in one country, it will be almost impossible for another country to receive you as a diplomat. So most of them would voluntarily leave rather than being declared persona non grata. You said persona non grata. But I felt so ashamed that ex-President Jammeh has been abandoned by his Gambian security. You talked about back to the land. Yes, grow what you eat, and I don't know what you export. What? Answer this question yourself. Most of these farms, who own them? I will leave you to answer that. And then you also said that you want to see the MOU that was signed between the NPP and the APRC. This is a confidential document. Who are you, Loyal Lamin Tamba? Again, this demonstrates your pompousness. You think you know everything and you should see this. You will never see it for the rest of your life. Again, you are asking us to resign from the alliance with the NPP. Again, you are a dreamer. The difference between a dreamer and a visionary is that the dreamer has his eyes closed and the visionary has his eyes open. Our eyes are open. We are the ones that break away in my Mama Kanda voice. If you want to reconcile, you are the one that should resign and come to our new speaker, Honorable Fabakari Tombong Jata. Otherwise, you might as well just call it a day, Mr. Lawyer Lamin Tamba. In your analysis, you also mentioned the hospitals this, no bandage that, no bandage that. Why didn't you say that His Excellency President Adam Cairo Barrow has come up with a new health scheme to raise the salaries of the pensioners and also to start paying Alcalo salaries, which has never happened from the late Sadauda to President Jammeh until now. It will start with His Excellency President Adam Cairo Barrow. He will also introduce a health policy where if you go to the hospital, you will not pay a penny and you will see a doctor. If they prescribe medicine for you, any pharmacy you go, you will also not pay. Government will subsidize all those in the interest of the Gambian people. Why can't you say the positive aspects? Only negative, negative, negative. What is your nature? You also mentioned about the need to build an inland port, but you are late. Loyal Lamin Tamba. President Barrow has announced that he will build an inland port, not in Kawur, but in Bashe. That will reduce the load at the Gambia Ports Authority. And I have noticed that you have mentioned some APRC members that could have been appointed as ministers, but for some reason you avoided my name. I thought I was your mentor at one time, and I was 3 times Minister of Works. Why did you avoid my name? Again, your jealousy, your hatred, and your heartlessness. Man proposes and God disposes. And then you mentioned about the supreme leader. You know very well, Lawyer Lamin Tamba, that the APRC constitution does not have anything that says supreme leader. That was extended to His Excellency, the ex-president, President Jammeh, out of due respect. But there is nothing like supreme leader in the APRC constitution. And if you talk about reconciliation, as I said, you better go to our new speaker, Honorable Fab Bakari Tambong Jata. And before I end this part 3 to start loading for part 4, let me say this. The lips of truth shall be established forever, but a lying tongue is for a moment. Furthermore, you are a lawyer. It is true that the law cannot restrain or change the heart, but it can restrain the heartless. The heartless. Let me repeat. It is true that the law cannot change the heart, but it can.
Are you looking for a home or a land or any property with 100% stress-free, guaranteed and genuine documents of ownership? Or, do you want to send or receive money without any hustle or hassle? Well, Gasdeck Company Limited is the place to be. At Gasdeck Company Limited we make sure that we get you what you want. How you want it. Where, and when do you want it? Walk into our office today located at the heart of Churchill's Town, opposite the Nawick office, and meet our highly trained professional staff, who will treat you like kings and queens. At Gasdeck Company Limited we are into the real estate business, home, or office rental, construction, car rental, for as low as $25 a day, CCTV installation, printing services, graphic designs, media and many more. Our highly trained staff will take care of your needs within 1 week, depending on your request. We are the only company that guarantee you stress-free and genuine documentation on all services rendered, at very reasonable and affordable prices. We offer land sales in Lamin, Karawan, Farato, Brikama, Sifo, Bonter, Pirang Village or any place or location of your choice. As the saying goes, that seeing is believing. Here is a small list that will help you decide right now. Gasdeck Company Limited does not only stop with that. When it comes to media, we are in the forefront of things as our online radio and TV is where we entertain our customers as per what we are all about. And some of the happenings in the country.
Just opposite Suria.
For those of you that are interested in accessories and cosmetics, we got you covered. Visit our Prince Empire shop located at Westfield Jorkor, and experience cosmetics products that you have never seen before. So what are you waiting for? Rush now or give us a call on +220 438 2255 or 995 4185. Or better still, visit our website on www.gasdeck.com. Or follow us on Facebook at Gasdeck Company Limited. Or our YouTube channel on Gasdeck TV. Gasdeck Company Limited, your happiness and comfort is our #1 priority.
Gasdeck Group, bringing excellence to the surface.